Ubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus, and Mr. Carlo. Y'all recognize him from the last Blue Knights table, and welcome to the Blue Knights table. Say hello to the Blue Knight. So, Mr. Carlo, how's everything going, brother?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, life treating you well.
Can't complain.
That's a fancy hat you got on right there. What is that? Like a Ant-Man or something? What is that?
Deadpool.
Oh.
Ant-Man.
You know, it does have like little eyes like an ant or something. But but of course you say it now, and I recognize it now. I'm not really big. It's Marvel, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. I'm not real big on Marvel stuff, but I did go see the last Deadpool movie. Okay, so and I have to assume that there was previous movies with Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably several. Because of the way that started with him digging up the wolf guy.
Wolverine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I had to, at that point I had to assume that there was more than just that one. That wasn't the first episode. And then I thought, I brought my grandkids to see this movie. I don't think this is the right movie because I had no idea what this guy's character was, and and so I won't say that I won't go see another one. I'm just saying, I'll have to see it with my hands over my grandkids' ears and eyes too, probably. But it wasn't too bad, I guess. But I'm sure you're a diehard fan, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Good deal. So let's talk about some truck driving. Just a little bit. How many loads you get last week?
3, because I was home early.
Yeah. What about the week before?
I would say about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering that you're available for a load every day of the week, have you noticed any lack of freight?
I would say a little bit slowing down, taking a little longer to get a load assignment.
Yeah. That part I definitely can attest to. I can't say that I've gone lately long between loads, basically like a day between loads or something like that. Now I've gotten several hours. In fact, Thursday I emptied. Was it Thursday? Yes. Thursday I emptied at about 9:30 in the morning. I got a load at like 2:30 p.m.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I actually had a home time planned for this weekend. We had a little mix up there with the home time request, and I really didn't expect to get a load because I had a home time request in, and then so when I got a load, I was like, "What is this? I'm supposed to be home." I was already in the recliner with my feet kicked up. Actually, I wasn't. I was on my way. I had I did my hazmat test in Texas, and I don't know that it's any different anywhere else. But in Texas, if you have hazmat, it's good for 5 years, and when your 5 years is up, you have to go retest. So you have to go take the written test again. You also have to go get fingerprinted and background checked again before they will renew you. So you almost have to go through the same process that you do when you're getting it. You're basically just getting it all over again.
Yeah.
Okay. So a couple of weeks ago, I did the had to renew my driver's license, so around the 24th of last month, September, and then I did the test, the written test. Then well, it's not written; it's of course on the computer, but I went in there, please let me pass this the first time, and I did. I passed it the first time, so it worked out. and so it's a matter of now scheduling in to get the fingerprint and the background check thing done, and so that's another day off, and that's what I did. But I planned to take the test, to do the fingerprint thing on Friday, and because it had been taking a little bit between loads, the freight may be a little bit tight right now. They're probably, and then I looked at the map, and there was like 70 trucks in Texas without a load, on our load board.
I saw that.
However, that is early. That's early in the day. That doesn't mean that at noon that there's 0 trucks needing loads, that they already got, loaded out. That's first thing in the morning. So, by the way, when you guys see that, don't look at that and say, "Oh God, I need to be looking for another job." Hey, relax. They're just letting you know why it may be taking a little bit between the time you get emptied and when you get dinged for your next load. So it's not, life ain't over. You just have to be patient. That's what they're just trying to give you some useful information that you can, maybe you can go ahead and go eat a breakfast or something, before your loads. We used to get loads even the night before. You would, you were, I guess they can see that of course they can see that you're, within striking distance of your final, the consignee, so they know you're going to make it. And for the most part, if they had good trainers, right, they're within 50 miles for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if not parked in their parking lot, it's just what I try to do. But they can see how far you are from your consignee, and then say, okay, we can get him a load, and then they can find a load for you, and then they'll give you a pre-plan, and you have a pre-plan before you go to the bunk. And that was really cool. Or after you send your arrival call, you start unsecuring, and you go in, to get the truck and get a drink or something, and you see on the unit there that you got a pre-plan, and that was really cool. I like that. I like to, when I'm empty, I like to know in which direction I should be heading,
Oh yeah.
There's nothing like being 40 miles from the nearest truck stop, and you drive north 40 miles to a truck stop, and at the 39th mile, bling, you get a pre-plan, and it was actually
The
200.
other
That sucks, But with freight being a little bit tighter, now we just have to, be patient and wait a minute or two. Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking, I'm not getting the load today because I'm off tomorrow for the fingerprint thing. So I think what I'll do is see if they have an appointment today, which was Friday. If they got an appointment today, I can just move my appointment Thursday. I can move my appointment from Friday to Thursday, and then be done with the fingerprint thing, and maybe, just maybe, Friday morning I could get a phone Maria and say, hey, I can pick something up to drop off because I already got it done. Yeah. Maybe there's a CNC load or something right here in Houston I can go pick up at a port or something, and that be missing out on a Saturday, on a Monday drop. But the phone goes off. Bing, I got a load. I was like, oh man, what are you talking about? At this point, when that thing binged, I was actually about to get in the car and go to get the fingerprint thing done because I already rescheduled it. Yeah, my bad. Maybe I shouldn't have rescheduled it without verifying that they're not going to give it another load. But I'm assuming that they did this because I already had the home time request. So now I'm sitting in the Fingerprint office, looking at the clock, going, oh man, I gotta hurry. I gotta be next. But I was early, super early, and they wasn't having that. They wouldn't have. You wasn't getting worked in. You wouldn't. You was your appointment time. Period. The end.
Dang.
Yes. Yeah. And it wasn't. People were showing up for their appointment. Then they right then. Then he go look on the computer and see whose appointment time. Did he go get the person for their appointment? Not as you showed up. So as about 3 people got in front of me, I said, I gotta go. I just left, and then drove all the way to Optimus Steel to pick up some Slinkies. It was 6 hours, so I was not happy. I just knew I wasn't gonna make it back.
Yeah.
To Houston from Viter. And when I got to Viter at my appointment was 4:00. Then they gave me this load now at like 2:30. Viter is almost 100 miles away, and then out. The pickup time was 4:00. So you're gonna give me an hour and a half to drive from Houston to Viter at 3:00. So I'm gonna go through Pasadena when those plants are letting out. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go to Baytown when the plants are letting out. Yeah. And I'm supposed to make out that whole run in an hour and a half, right? Yeah, I can't do that at night with no traffic, wide open throttle. So yeah, I got there about 5, and when I got there, there was 0 trucks in line. I got up there and called. She said, yeah, we finna hurry you up. Come on back here. What? No, cool. So I drove to the back, threw my stuff out there and get my rack set up, and then drove to the back. The guy loaded me. Boom, I was throwing some straps, brother. And I actually made it back to Houston, without violating my clock. But now I've missed my appointment. And then I had to schedule it for like 2 weeks down the road. Oh. That sucks. That sucks. So Friday morning I wake up, let me just check. So I ended up finding a place to do the fingerprints in Deer Park that had a Friday appointment. And I was able to go over there and get it done. Nice. So I actually got it pulled off. So now that's behind me. I don't have to worry about it. So it's going to take about 2 weeks for them to actually put it on my license, and then I got to get it, the license sent to me with the endorsement on the back. So do you have hazmat?
No, I do not.
I'm really curious about how much difference it's going to make in wait time for me after I get the endorsement put back on my license. And the reason I say that is because did you see the message that was sent by the operations guy that was talking about that there's just this overabundance amount of hazmat loads available, but there's not enough trucks to cover the hazmats.
I didn't look at that one.
Yeah, I saw that video and I was like, well, we're going to see. However, I'm regional. So our hazmat is probably a little bit more limited, as in respect to, if you were an OTR guy doing some hazmat.
Probably, yeah.
We're going to find that out, Then I'll have a different litmus test of the state of the freight. Everybody always saying, I don't know if I should be getting into trucking right now because of freight.
That's every year.
All the time. I don't care what time of year it is. Somebody crying about it. Ain't no freight. Ain't this. Ain't that. The rates are slow and blah 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 blah. It's always negative. Everything you hear. And I'm thinking, this guy is saying how horrible the freight market is, and he's on his way to his truck. So if you can't make it, what are you doing? Why come you ain't going to do something else? Why ain't you going to work construction or something? Because that's bullshit. That's why. Because he wanted. I think they try to psych you out, make you quit, so that they can get your job, your freight. Yeah, no, because that dude, you ain't gonna. I ain't been in here for no 20 years, but I've been around long enough to realize This money right here, and all you got to do is hang in there. Especially if you're this guy, he's loaded. That's probably. I'm looking at that hat. That's got to be at least a $50 Deadpool hat.
This is Walmart hat.
Y'all can't see it from here, but I'm looking at this thick build
It's Walmart.
and
That's
all stitched up and everything. What's those hats? Those really expensive baseball hats, like
lids.
Is that the name of them?
The company?
That's just
It sells them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
Nah.
'Cause I can tell. I mean, those lid hats, man, you can almost bang a nail with them. You spend some money. You can spend some money there. So he getting loads every day. He just trying to be generous with things.
Trying.
Yeah, he hiding. He think I'm gonna ask him for some money. I ain't gonna ask him for no money while we on air. How was the? I hadn't had a student in a couple of weeks, but the pool's been pretty deep. Basically you hadn't had to go anytime without a student, right?
No. I mean, if they upgrade during the middle of the week, then I just pretty much wait till following Monday or Tuesday and get a new one.
Yeah. So, the fact that when freight is really low when they start leaving trucks empty.
Yeah.
And not leaving trucks empty.
Yeah,
So
my current student said he was one of like 6 to be assigned a trainer.
on that day. Did he tell you how many was in his class?
Like 40.
Yeah, that's the average size class every week. So it's not I can use that as a good litmus test, because when they feel like that we're gonna hit a low and we're gonna be sitting around or something, then they're gonna leave trucks empty when guys decide they want to go, I don't know, slam them doors instead of throwing straps. I get it too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. I think about that a lot too. If we switch tracks here for just a minute. I almost said switch gender. Did Jimmy say that? What the hell?
I caught that.
Yeah, oh man, what they talking about? Anyways, I'm probably gonna get a strike or something for this video for that. For saying that. Dad, I threw myself off, but if we get away from the freight being low, that made me think about trucks being empty, and then I started thinking about some of the concerns that guys was having about either getting into this industry or doing what we do, open deck work, flatbed, step deck stuff. The biggest concern that these guys are having when they I don't mean coming, but staying.
Yeah.
Is they'll say, "Oh, it's not worth it." The amount of work you have to do versus the reward at the end of the week. That man, I have to do too much. You have to work too hard, or I have to go through deal with too much elements. And so they say, I think I'm gonna go do something else. And if you got a good rapport with them and you're a student, they're gonna call you and tell you something, right? So how often do you get that? When I say that they tell you really what's going on when they decide to leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I don't get often, but the ones that I do, have a connection with, they'll tell me what's up.
Mm-hmm. What is the percentage of those guys who actually reach out to you? What do you think the percentage of them that would tell you that it was about they'll use that term, "it's not worth it" term, and they're referring to the work and pay coalition there? What do you think the percentage of them?
I would say about like 5%, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
most of these guys have like a different uh, a different answer as far as why they were wanting to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as it not being worth it, I think I've gotten maybe like a couple that said it said that.
And it's a little weird for me because probably the vast majority, and I'm talking probably if and I think I'm somewhere around 60 or so students right now. Probably 40 of those 60 students told me that they were leaving. They didn't just leave. Okay. Or even those who got left, meaning they got terminated, called me and say, man, I don't work there no more, man. They send me home. You know what? Yeah, man. You know when they voice start coming down like this, they're about to tell me that they screwed something up. You know, and they're honest with me, and they'll tell me that. But then the guys that are leaving, you know, it's either it's two concerns. And they say that term, it's not worth it. And then they'll say home time. Those two things. And then we'll start talking about the it's not worth it thing, you know. I used to try to convince guys to reconsider. Because I know that if you hadn't been here 6 months or between that 6 month and year stance, you know.
Yeah.
That you once you get beyond the 6 month term, you start to open up some doors. You know, some people will start, you know, yeah, come on over. But when you have less than 6 months, you almost brand new still. Mm-hmm. And then these companies, either they won't look at you at all or won't take you serious, or they're going to make you go through the same process you just gone through. You know, you go back with a trainer, go start all over again. You know, so I try to, you know, I used to try to keep them, yeah, you need to at least hang in there for at least another couple months because you only got 4 months in, you know, something like that. Right? But when they start talking to me about it, it's not worth it, and I go, what about it's not? And then they start adding it, talking about the amount that they're making versus the amount of time that they're not at home. Still on the road the whole time. I'm making this much money. Can I go make that same money someplace else and be home every night? Mm-hmm. And then that's when it's not worth it thing come in play. Or somebody's at home saying, you know, I'm gonna be rubbing up against something tonight, but you know, if you want it to be you might want to be home. And then then they get home. Then it's over, you know, because mama said, get your butt home.
Yeah.
You know, you can almost tell the ones that's gonna give it up, because you'll pull up to a truck stop, right? You know, driving up the road, you can start seeing that, you know, a little bit of stress in his face or something, and you go, hey, let's pull up to the restroom, to use the restroom, you know, or something like that, you know. And they go, oh, yeah, let's pull over. And then they pull over. And I've had guys go to neutral and forget to pop the brake. They hitting that seatbelt and they running to the back to the bunk to grab their cell phone. It ain't even popped the brake. I got to reach over and pop the brake, keep the truck rolling. And then they jumping out and they gone. They on the phone to make the phone call, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, that I already know. He got some stresses that's not involved with the actual driving of this truck. And then, you know, they'll get back in the truck after they've made that phone call, and they have a different expression on their face. You know, they have something on their mind. Yeah. Put it to you that way. You know, after a couple of days of that, I already know. Oh yeah,
you can tell.
Yes. You know, it is you should have made sure before you got on this truck, you know, that mama was going to be okay with you being gone. You know, I have one really, really, really good dude too. His girlfriend just delivered that. They got a little girl, uh, maybe 3 weeks old now, something like that. And he planned. Think about this for a minute. He planned to be home because they give you this, I guess, a couple of days window or whatever it is. Hey, the baby's gonna be born, around about this time, and so he made plans to get home within a couple of days of this appointment time, for the baby to get there. And I don't know where he was, but the baby said, I think I'm gonna deliver early. And so that's what happened, man. And he called me about something else, and I'm going, I thought you was on your way home for, get to have your baby delivered. Oh, she already here. I was like, did I miss something? And then he said, man, she came early, so now I got to go home and see her. So he didn't actually get to see his daughter born, and that to me is pretty rough.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I was able to see my kids come into this world, and boy, that's something that a daddy needs to see. It gives you a different appreciation, I can tell you that. But can you imagine being gone or something when that happens,
Yeah, you can't get that back.
No, you can't get that back. You can't get that, those first steps or those words or, going to school and first day at school and screaming out or I'm getting it right now with with the grandparents' day at school when you go eat lunch with your grandkids, man. I mean, those things you don't get back. And when guys say to me now, when guys say something this ain't worth it, then I don't even argue anymore because my priorities and things that I hold in high esteem, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But whatever it is, I'm going to respect it. You know what I mean? So, I get that a lot. Yeah, I do. What do you think about that?
I totally agree.
Because you got a little one.
I got a little one, yeah, and yeah, when baby mama said, "Hey, they're wanting to induce me this week," I was in El Paso, and I was like, I need to go home.
Yeah, now. Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I was flying.
Right. Fortunately, Melton is big enough to make things happen, but not too big to not give a shit.
Yeah.
And so, that's a fortunate thing for us. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ready to go home and see the little boy?
Probably not.
You ain't ready.
Oh, he's been moody lately.
Yeah, well,
Catching his attitudes.
That's a part of the fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I enjoyed the little conversation. I did most of the conversation, but I do that all the time. I can't shut up most of the time. I just like talking. I just like talking and like people to hear me talk, So I'm glad you came to be a listening ear for me.
It's always fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's always fun.
You can go drive around a little bit. You go get in the truck and drive around a little bit. Down for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hang in there. We'll see you in a little bit. All right. We are ready to get started. Give them a walk around. Let them see what you're driving. There's a concrete truck behind you. You just don't have to wait. So we are, what's that, Army Green?
Yeah. Something different.
All right. Well, everybody, I am running a podcast booth while Carlo is going to do all the driving. He's got a triaxle step deck there, so I guess we're going to do some heavy step deck hauling. You already found your load?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we won't hold Mr. Concrete Truck up anymore. We'll go ahead and get to rolling. And we'll find us something big to put on that step deck. I guess it's gonna be a surprise for us. It's big now. Well, that's gear miss number one.
Probably.
One of how many? How many gears?
Turn left.
This is the first time you've driven a 18 speed in quite a long time, right?
Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, that's a trick.
I got a mustard seed.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh.
That's what are we doing? Where you going? You going Baja?
Had a malfunction with your keyboard over here.
You're figuring it out, I hope.
Yeah.
I'm glad there's no DOT around. Yeah, you know, the configurations between the two trucks, I try to make them the same, but since one is a manual, one's an automatic, maybe there's a little hiccup.
Get ready to
between the two.
turn left.
You know, I rarely get in the automatic truck.
Turn left.
Today we have a mishap. The automatic truck is in the shop, or it needs to go to the shop. I guess it'll get there sooner or later. So today I'm going to run the podcast booth while Mr. Carter drives us around in his cab over. He just wrecked into something. Look at that car. He ran into a car. Y'all see that?
The car ran into me.
I don't know about that. Yo, that's mission gear number 4. Huh?
That wasn't a misgear.
Okay. It's I don't know if your volume is low, or maybe push the microphone a little bit closer to you. I just want to make sure all of your yapping comes through just as clear as mine.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah.
Better?
Well, it sounded like you made a pull that close to your
Stay
face,
left.
but then you know,
Then turn left.
Anyways,
Turn left.
I guess we'll chat a little bit about the step deck. Why did you choose a step deck?
I don't know. Something different.
Did you find a good load to put on it?
It's a decent load.
Well, you know, we don't do regionals don't do a whole lot of step deck. In fact, every time I get a load with a step deck, I'm quick to get out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Same here.
You
Then
know,
turn right.
I don't dislike step deck.
Turn right.
My problem with step decks is the choice of loads aren't near as prevalent as a flatbed. But ours, man, the way the winches are spread out towards the rear of the trailer, it sucks pretty bad. You don't have depending on what you're carrying, you can have some serious strapping issues. I have to end up using a lot of ratchet straps back there. What do you think?
Same. I got
Stay
two
left.
straps
Then exit
that don't have a hook for those two winches
left.
on both sides that are in between the axles.
So what you do is throw the strap over and then just
Okay.
use the winch
Let's
on both
find it.
sides?
Yeah, for the ones between the axles.
Yeah, see, that's a good idea. You know, I've actually never thought about doing it that way.
I got one that's long and a shorter one for the short loads
Stay right.
in height.
You know, there is such thing as distracted driving. I'm thinking maybe I'm distracted while you're driving. I rarely talk talk to my students while we're driving for that purpose. Of course, I'm gonna answer any questions or give them the guidance they need. But other than that, I would just hold trivial conversations with them because I just want to concentrate on driving. Everybody thinks that distracted driving is cell phone use or puffing on a crack pipe or something. I don't know, but it can definitely just be medial conversation. Anything that takes your mind off of what you're actually doing is
Stay right.
the distraction, right?
Then exit right.
Yeah.
By definition.
Picking your nose.
Yes. Oh, you can't have a cell phone game,
Exit
which I
right.
agree with that 100%. But the distraction is taking your eyes off the road, and you're going to do that whenever you reach over and change the radio station, or take a good look at your navigation or something like that. Same thing. Still be distracted. And then you'll do a
Stay left.
Take out the
Then
car
turn left.
next to you when you turn from the wrong lane or something like that. Ain't that right, Carl?
Turn left.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
there you go. I get it. So, when we put in step decks, those are the only trailers that we have. You can change the axles. What I mean is you can go from open tandems to closed tandems. And in some states, with us, we just go to Florida and California. That, if I'm 100% correct, I think that I am.
Stay right.
Those are the only two states where we go, and they make you close them if they're closable. And the only trailers that we have that are closable are the step decks. And so those two states, when you get your load, you have to make sure that the trailer tandems are closed, and then go scale right away. And remember, you don't have 40,000 back there when you close.
Stay left.
You gotta go back to 34,000. So when you spread them, then you can get 40,000 back there, 20,000 per axle. We're getting a little bit of hesitation in the street, huh?
Not on my end.
Maybe it's just what I'm saying. As long as it's smooth on yours, it'll be smooth for them. But am I right? We don't have. There's no other states, just Florida and California, right?
That, to my knowledge, yeah. I think that's the only two states.
And they're not hard to go like. It's not getting. I should have gave you a drug test. I mean, at least you should go to Laredo so you can do a random, because this is you're not. What you having that coffee?
Nothing.
Just something. Well, you're in the red, so that means you hadn't been. God, is that a toll?
Yeah.
Well, I guess so. You must be on the turnpike in Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, let's talk about turnpikes for a minute. We can't use the 130 anymore.
I know.
I'm going to San Antonio. And I'm going today, and I'm going to San Antonio from Houston, which means I'm going to go by 10. And generally speaking, we would go use the I-10 and go to San Antonio, especially when you're going to go north and you're coming down through Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just, I mean, you can't not use that thing. You use I-10 to go all the way around there, man. You either better drive through there on the weekend or drive through the middle of the night, or plan on your drive through Austin adds another hour and a half. The 130 takes about at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours off, depending on what time of day you go.
Yeah.
And message came up saying that we can't use the 130 anymore, and that's gonna hurt. you know, there's other parts of the country where we drive and still have those challenges.
Go straight.
But as a regional driver, we don't have a whole lot of places where we go that it would be no different than when we got into Oklahoma and we used the turnpike. That's why I brought this up. We spent a lot. You are drunk. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to give you a random. And you got quite a significant amount of damage. Just gonna start blinking at you. I'm talking into the microphone and I just happened to look over there and see you running into that guy. But I know, I'm sorry, he ran into you, right?
And didn't want to turn.
Is it wanting to turn right now?
Yeah.
And that truck and the car that you ran into. You know, we should have. I should have let you practice for a while, drive around for a while, and shift gears and steer, and actually drive instead of steering wheel forward. The automatic truck.
That sounds so bad.
I'm gonna put it in the gear. There you go. I'm gonna make sure this post pretty soon. I want everybody to see this.
Yeah, don't do 110 down the freeway.
Yeah, that'll cause an accident or two. Anyways, so we were talking about those routes that we're having to take. That I believe it's a little bit more crucial for us as a regional driver because we have to plan. But let's just say I picked up and I gotta go somewhere where I'm through Austin. Maybe I'm going to I don't know, Mexico or something. I don't know. Just name it. Anyways, I've got a 2-day run or something like that. I can plan my run to drive through Austin, San Antonio, or any other big city like that where I know traffic is extremely bad. And the odd part, well, the extra part about Austin is not only is the traffic bad, but Austin does not have a lot of workarounds because it's just not a truck-friendly area.
Yeah.
And our challenge is we have to drop that load off the next morning. It's not like you have 2 days to manipulate your time and get yourself there. We got to be there in the morning, which means we don't have a whole lot of options to get past those major cities. And it would be the same thing if you were going to Dallas or going through Houston. But we can use Beltway in Houston. We can use the Hardy Toll Road in Houston. You can use the 410 or the Kingston in Dallas. You gotta get around some of that. Yeah. Are you gonna still be in some traffic?
Nah.
Without a doubt, yes. But you can use the toll road in Dallas that hasn't been off. What you can't do is fuel in Dallas. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
I don't understand what happened there. I guess there's some sort of tariff or something. I don't know. Just try to not run into that car in front of me. Push him into the train. Are you gonna go fix that, by the way?
I'll fix it after I get loaded.
Yeah, that's it.
Or if I find something on the way. 27 miles.
Mr. Cop is waiting on you. Ticket for all those cars you run into. By the way, you didn't change lanes. You saw that.
I was going slow already, though.
Okay, well, so.
The law is slow down or move over.
You got one of those options, so I assume you used one of them. What do you think about the route. Have you thought about it, any your route from Houston to San Antonio, or going to the Laredo terminal from? Because we can go 59 from Houston to Laredo.
Yeah.
We don't have to use 10. However, on 10 you have more opportunities to stop and use an actual restroom if you needed to, or get a snack if you actually needed to. 59 has fewer options in that regard, but you won't have to use the you don't have to worry about having to use the 130. But what about coming from? Let's say you got dispatched out of Tulsa, and you're going to the Laredo yard. So now you're going through Round Rock, you're going through San Antonio, Austin and San Antonio. So what are you gonna do? You thought about that?
Just add an extra hour to my run is all I could say. That's all I can really think of.
That freaking sucks.
Yes.
And by the way, there are some truck stops on the 130 that you can actually park later than you could if you was on the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also an option that's been taken off today.
Except that pilot.
Yeah, well, he is a pilot though, so they'll have a paid parking spot. Hey, and by the way, man, I'm just coming up with some good stuff. Have you noticed it's not Fuel America, but
We are finished.
so you're there to pick up?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what you're gonna pick up. Hopefully something good. But you got a big old trailer with 3 axles.
Did I even make it in time?
Right. Probably not. So you done ran over everybody to get
There
it.
it is.
Is that your trailer or is that their trailer?
My trailer. Cargo market, not freight market.
So are you going to auto load, or are you gonna go ahead and make the maneuver? I think you should go ahead and make the maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that with the 18 speed, and see if you can maneuver it in there.
Well, it's a drive, I think.
It's a what?
It's a drive-in?
We're gonna see. I don't think so. I believe you already got yourself in a pickle. Let's watch his trailer. Look, y'all. Look.
Oh.
See that? We are really gonna have to drug test you. Now, he's in a truck by himself. Generally I'm in there, and I'm in a truck next to him or something. But you try to let them be on their own, and then look what they do. And if I hadn't ran into some difficulties, I would be in there with him. He's gonna go all the way to the end where he can't get out of there.
No, I was just pulling straight so I could straight back.
He's not doing well right now. Clearly, there's the spot where he picks up. Yeah, why did not see that?
I saw it. I thought you can drive around. Make your life easier.
No, the object is to put some thought into this, or some strategy, and see if you can actually drive. That's not a Does it beep when you back up?
Yes, the Kenworth? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too quiet.
I don't know why they did away with that. It's not. I mean, I don't really care, but
There's a plug back there you can add the little.
But why? I don't understand why they don't come with that anymore. You know, it's a safety thing. You know, it has all of these, lane beeping at you and snatching the wheel over and slamming on the brakes for no reason. You know, but piss on that driver. We'll just back over him.
Oops.
You know what I mean?
Right? Is it?
What are you doing? Detaching the trailer?
There we go. Wrong button. Wrong button.
All right, so you're loaded. Let's see what you
Drive
got.
safe.
Drive safe. Come on, we want to see what you got.
Uh-oh.
Wrong gear. Stall engine.
No, it's because of my accident.
You what?
It's because of that accident.
Oh, you got a significant damage, huh?
Yeah, about 29%.
Well, plus you almost took out all the trash bins at this place too, so you're not doing really well right now. That's what you're not. So yeah, as soon as you get a chance, we just want to know where you pull into it. Get out of the truck so we can see it. See it? Oh, there you go. Got a couple of
Can't see nothing now. Let's get to a daylight. Or some light.
Well, you got 503 miles to go, so you'll do some daylight driving, and then we can take a look at 1:15 a.m. Yeah, you got half of that. Unless you're gonna plan on driving, 120 miles an hour, like causing all kinds of havoc and wrecks.
Try to go a little slower.
Yeah. You are a trainer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing that your truck can't go lower.
Get ready to turn left.
Apparently, you'd be willing to double that speed if you could.
Turn left.
I don't know about double then. I'd go the speed limit.
Well, maybe.
Please call a truck care.
Yeah, you need to.
Your turn signals don't work on this.
No, and after an update, I wasn't able to add that for some reason. There's only so many slots where you can put stuff, and it wouldn't let me turn signals back in. Oh joy! But I don't think it matters to you because you just don't want to go anyway. You just gonna go where you want to go.
Stay right.
long weekend. I had to take a day or two off so that I could, get my driver's license straight with the renewal thing, hazmat, and then fingerprints, and so that Friday off, and to get all of that done. But when you're home for a couple of days extra, it's time to pile everything that you should have done all year into that one day. So
Right.
I'm a little bit exhausted. I still got to drive to San Antonio tonight, which
Go
is not
straight.
too bad. It's not bad. I can do 10, and stay 10 this time because, it's a Sunday, and when I get there, it'll be, about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. So I'm in good shape. It's 9 o'clock at night, bro. Not bad. Look at there.
This guy here.
And I'll give you credit for this mistake.
Should've stopped at the yellow.
He did have a green light. He had the red light. But you know how tight guys ride. It's like they're stuck on stupid. The good thing about what we're doing
Go
right
straight.
now is we're at 26 minutes. And you still have several hundred miles to go. So I'll edit quite a bit of this, the times that I'm not yet.
Go straight.
I'll edit.
The part I crashed.
Go straight.
Oh, I'm leaving them in. Trust that. The crashes stay. I'll take some dead air out, but any chance I get to, laugh at a mistake you make, I'm gonna do that. 100%. 100%. Oh yeah, we're leaving that in too.
Can't
And I
find
wasn't
it,
even
grind
talking.
it.
I wasn't even distracted with yap yap, and you still missed it. I was trying to let the UPS listen to the engine run, and get the feel of being back there behind that wheel, but get around her. Look, there's a spot you need to get off.
Yes.
You need to go fix your mistakes here. You lucky they gave you a spot to go.
Is it there? I
Watch
hope
this,
so.
y'all. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Right to the shop. I was thinking he was gonna run through the fence to do it.
No faith, man. No faith.
But that's not a real road.
It was an entrance.
Yeah, it was. I'm just. Let's see what happens. You go do that, and I'm gonna go take some Lodos.
Bust the Yui.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Turn left.
Good job.
Get ready to turn right.
Your GPS is funny. Never mind. We'll find a new route.
Turn right.
Well, just because I'm not saying anything don't mean I'm not watching you, screw it up.
No sweat. Stay back.
Just so everybody know, had we been driving tandem today, I would have been driving the new breast cancer awareness truck that I built to drive today. Now, I'm not saying Carlo didn't want to do a breast cancer awareness drive today. I'm just saying he's not doing a breast cancer awareness drive today. Just so everybody knows. And by the way, Carl, it is breast cancer awareness month. You thought it was February. How can they do
I don't know.
breast cancer awareness month and Valentine's month in the same month? That just no. They can't do that. It's supposed to be a happy month, February. So that means next week, I believe, is the last week of this month.
Yeah, I believe so.
So that means next week you'll have to come back and we'll have to do a breast cancer awareness drive. That sounds like a wiener.
I'm down.
And I'll have the other truck up and running.
I'll make me a pink truck. I'm not.
You know, fortunately, they make it. What happened right there? Did we get a gear?
Nah,
Did you find it?
just didn't go in.
Thinking of it actually did go in. You got an appointment tomorrow.
Yes.
What's that all about?
Just gonna find out.
Find out what?
We'll just find out.
Well, I hope it it turns out positive for you.
I'm sure it will.
I'm sure. It'll be a super fun thing, hopefully. Some people go find out and they wish they hadn't.
Yeah.
You got 337 miles to drive.
Yes, sir.
Stay right.
We got to have some good conversation for the folks when they listen to you drive. We have to get them how wonderful it is to be a trailer.
Oh, it's super fun, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Especially when you get guys that, you know, have a lot in common, or you just have a lot of good things to talk about. Because it's hard to ride with a stranger for 8-9 hours a day
yes.
in just awkward silence.
For 21 straight days. What the hell did you just say?
What the
You need your
hell?
break?
It just. That's your button box. just driving normally.
We're gonna see what you got. Retarder activated.
Yeah, I have the retarder.
Driving around, you're fussing at you. They probably flipping you off.
Right, this guy just stopped in the middle of the freeway, shut his lights off.
Yeah.
Stay left.
I was just cruising.
Well, you know, it's supposed to go wrong whenever you're driving like that. You're 37 minutes in. You still have 350 miles to go. You gotta get that done in about 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. Trying.
I got no nose. I had plenty of room. Yeah, that would be.
You better have a lot of securement on them. Yeah, that's back there making snatched out. Sun's coming up, so for the rest of the drive, we have at the folks.
Stay left.
Try not to wreck out, okay? Just because I'm not actually looking at you, wreck out, as I'm editing this video, I'm not leaving those wrecks in, okay?
Gotcha.
Enjoy, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Good. Man. 50 plus might jink me and not, this ain't gonna wreck out. I'm about to wreck out. So, folks, we're taking these two booms to Jonesboro, Arkansas. 50 plus hasn't discovered Arkansas on his account yet, so I figured we head on that way. Pretty light load. I think it was maybe 15,000 pounds. Nothing too crazy.
Go straight. Go straight.
Tell you what, though, I wish we had males at our company because I sure do miss driving men. It's pretty fun. It gives you something to do, something extra to think about. I don't know, you become one with your truck. You're not just a steering wheel. hard to drive like this. Let's get back in the cockpit view. Springdale. Oh boy, I need to get over.
Go straight.
We're taking this light. Don't do this out on the road.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Oh, snap. Let's shift that up. There we go. Well, we got about 250 miles left. Hopefully that takes us. Another 15 minutes. 49 in Arkansas, going north, I believe. And regional at
Stay left.
our company, Melton. I usually travel in this area every now and again. It's not a bad little ride. It's got little mountains, beautiful scenery. I'm sure he's recording that one. Alright. Let's get out of here.
Finding new route.
We might have to call a tow truck company. Maybe not. This is what you do not do. Of course, I've lived it. No one saw that.
Staying left.
Just trying to give y'all a different view. Not the underside view. But the outside view. There's definitely no redos in the real world if that ever happens. There's a lot of praying, that's for sure. Alright, 30 miles, folks. 30 miles. Should have been there already, but we had a little delay.
Stay right, then exit right. Exit right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Alright, folks, we made it. Pretty much made it.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Good evening, sir. Hello. Figure it out.
It's all over now.
Alright, we are going to back it in. Well, is it back in? Or is it? Can we go this way? No. Okay.
just run into something?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, I just talked to my IT guy, and he's willing to come by here.
Nice.
So we'll be able to get the other one up and running. He said that he won't be able to remote into it because of the fact that it won't do crap. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So
That makes
we'll get
sense.
We'll get that truck up and running. He normally does it remotely, but he's not very far from here. So after you get through tearing up stuff like that, see what happens when I start talking.
Yeah, for real.
That's why I don't talk to my students very much. You know, when you keep driving and when you get done, then we'll yap.
Oops. Is this gonna be like a wall? No. Yes. This area acts like a wall. That's not cool. Alright. We just have to figure this out a different way. Alright, Ubiest. Don't be telling 50 plus I wrecked. I'm sure he's gonna find it though. Tolerable. Oops. Yeah.